Hi friends, I'm Anand Panchbhai and today we're going to deal with the next topic, which is illustration number 13 at first before the topic. So illustration 13 is like this. Illustration 13 is like this. Show that for free LC oscillations, the sum of energy stored in capacitor and energy stored in inductor is constant at any instant of time. So I know the value of Q is given by, see it is asked, capacitor is having some energy, inductor is having some energy. At any instant of time, the total energy is constant. That is what you have to prove in this theory. Fine. Okay. If you want to prove this, you should be having what is the energy that the capacitor is possessing. Fine. It's half CV square or half C is equal to Q by V. Right. C is equal to Q by V. So I'll put it. So it is half Q square by C. Fine. So capacitor is having energy. Capacitor is having electric energy, which is equal to half Q square by C. And when you talk about magnetic energy, which is equal to half Li square. So I should be having the value of Q, which is Q is given by Q0 cos omega t. Fine. Or omega 0 t also we can say that. Fine. And the current is equal to dq by dt, which is equal to q0 will come out that cosine ka it will be minus sine omega 0 t into omega 0. So I'll be having I, which is equal to minus q 0 omega 0 sine omega 0 t. Omega 0 is what? Resonance frequency 1 upon under root LC. 1 upon under root LC. So I can say that, say electric energy is given by what? It's half q square. So that's q0 square cos square omega 0 t divided by c. And this is what we have got. And let's talk about magnetic energy. So U magnetic, which is equal to half Li square. And let's put the value of I. So I square will be q square, q0 square, omega 0 square, sine square, omega 0 t. So the value of omega 0 square will be 1 upon LC. So I can say that U magnetic, which is equal to half L q0 square, and this is 1 upon LC into sine square omega 0 t. So I'll be having half LL will get cancelled out. q0 square divided by C sine square omega 0 t. So that's U magnetic. Now let's talk about U total. So now let's talk about U total, which is, or U is equal to U electric plus U magnetic. So I can say that it is equal to U electric is given by q square by 2c cos square, q square q0 square by 2c into cos square omega 0 t, plus U magnetic is q0 square by 2c into sine square omega 0 t. And I can say that U is equal to q0 square divided by 2c. This is cos square omega 0 t plus sine square omega 0 t. And this is nothing but 1. So that's q square, q0 square divided by 2c. And here I can say that Q is a constant term, C is a constant term. So this whole thing is constant. Is it clear? So energy at any instant is constant. Now let's talk about power and energy associated with LCR circuit. Power and energy. So let's talk about power. Let's talk about power. Power is what? So power P is equal to instantaneous power is instantaneous voltage into instantaneous current. Instantaneous voltage is given by Vm cos omega t. Instantaneous current is given by Im cos omega t minus delta. Yes or no? Yes or no? Fine. Okay. So I have got this. So instantaneous power is equal to Vm Im. I'll divide it with 2. I'll multiply 2. That's cos omega t into cosine of omega t minus delta. Fine. पता चला ये पता चला. Okay. Cos, 2 cos is cos plus cos. 2 cos in mathematics, it's cos plus cos. Fine. So we can say that it is equal to Vm Im by 2. And this is cos A plus B. So that's 2 omega t minus delta. Is it clear? A plus B. So omega t plus omega t minus delta. It's 2 omega t minus delta. And plus cos A minus B. So omega t minus omega t plus delta. It's cos delta. So we have got instantaneous power over here, which is Vm Im divided by 2 into cosine of 2 omega t minus delta and plus Vm Im divided by 2 cos delta. Is it clear? Fine. Okay, now this is a oscillatory component. Continuously it will be oscillating with double harmonics, I mean second harmonic. Fine, इसका frequency of oscillation is 2 times omega t. Clear? अपना supply omega t पे जाता है, and this is a constant term, constant power that we are having. Now here this cos delta is called as power factor. Cos delta is called as power factor. Cos delta को क्या बोलते हैं? Power factor बोलते हैं. So now I want, this is instantaneous power, this is instantaneous power, everybody over here. Average power, so it is equal to, average is over time period t, we'll find out the average. So integration 0 से capital T तक 1 upon capital T, इसका average और इसका average. So it is Vm Im by 2 cos of 2 omega t minus delta into dt plus 1 upon capital T integration 0 से capital T तक Vm Im divided by 2 cos delta. Fine, into dt. Everybody over here. Guys, this is cosine of 2 omega t minus delta is a periodic function. Periodic function का average क्या हो जाएगा? 0 over a time period. जितना एरिया ऊपर है उतना एरिया नीचे आ जाता है तो एवरेज उसका 0 हो जाता है. So this becomes 0. So P average we have got which is equal to 0 plus यहाँ पे Vm Im constant, 2 constant, cos delta. Delta is the angle between voltage and current. याद है? Z का एंगल होता है डेल्टा. वोल्टेज और करंट के बीच का एंगल होता है डेल्टा. वोल्टेज ओमेगा टी है, ओमेगा टी माइनस डेल्टा, तो डेल्टा इज द एंगल बिटवीन वोल्टेज एंड करंट. कैन यू सी दिस? पता चला कि नहीं पता चला? राइट, हम ऐसा बोलते हैं ना, वोल्टेज ऐसा है, करंट ऐसा है, तो दिस बिकम्स डेल्टा. फाइन, वोल्टेज और करंट के बीच में जो एंगल होता है इट इज कॉल्ड एज डेल्टा. सो डेल्टा इज व्हाट? एंगल बिटवीन वोल्टेज एंड करंट. फाइन, डेल्टा इज व्हाट जय? एंगल बिटवीन वोल्टेज एंड current. Yes Jay, very good. So we have got 0 plus 1 upon capital T Vm Im by 2 will come outside, cos delta will also come outside, cause it is a constant term. Delta for RLC circuit, it's a constant term. For specific circuit is a constant term, right? Pata chala? Okay, which is not varying with time. So integration of t dt is t, so t running from 0 से capital T तक, so I'll be having capital T over here. So capital T will get cancelled out and I'll be having P average which is equal to Vm by root 2 Im by root 2. So it is Vm Im by 2 into cosine of delta. So ultimately we've got it is equal to V RMS into I RMS into cos delta. So this is my PA average. Is it clear? And cos delta, the way I have told you, it is what? Cos delta is power factor. It is called as power factor. It is power factor. Cosine of angle between voltage and current is called as power factor. Fine. डेल्टा कैसे डिफाइन होता है? सो डेल्टा डिफाइन करने के लिए आगे का टॉपिक देखेंगे प्लीज.